Lionel Messi is the perfect example of the quote, "To be the best, you have to beat the best."
France this time, denied, defied.
Across a 17-year career, Messi has won the World Cup.
Lionel Messi has conquered his final peak.
4 Champions Leagues.
That's astonishing. It's absolutely world class.
10 La Liga titles.
It's Messi!
A Copa America.
Lionel Messi holds it aloft. Argentina, Copa America champions.
And 8 Ballon d'Ors.
For the 8th time in his career, extending that record even further.
All while beating the best players and best teams in the history of the sport.
Here's Messi. Away from 2, 3, 4. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Whoever your favorite player is, Messi probably defeated him at some point. In his journey to the top, Messi has left a trail of fallen giants.
Jose Mourinho is absolutely flawed.
From Cristiano Ronaldo, to Neymar, to Mbappe. Who were Messi's biggest victims, and which teams feared him the most? Messi is Real Madrid's daddy. I don't think I've ever seen a player terrorize a football club the way Lionel Messi did to Real Madrid throughout his entire career. I'm sure most Madridistas were very happy when Messi was forced out of Barcelona in 2021. He has scored 26 times against Los Blancos in his career, which is the most El Clasico goals in football history, by the way, ranging from La Liga games to the Champions League to the Copa del Rey. His dominance of Real Madrid started as early as 2007 when he scored his very first hat-trick against them. It was the first time a player had scored a hat-trick against Real Madrid in 12 years, and Lionel Messi did it as a teenager on a Barcelona team that was down to 10 men against a Real Madrid team filled with superstars. That same Madrid team ended up winning La Liga that year. Every time Madrid scored to take the lead, Messi would respond. His third goal, him dancing past the Real Madrid defenders and slotting it in past Iker Casillas, is a goal that has been seen on multiple different occasions. If I only gave you the description to that goal with no video, you would have no idea which one of Messi's goals against Real Madrid I'm talking about because he has scored so many like that. In that evening, Barcelona had found their next superstar, and Real Madrid had found their kryptonite. Each season after, Messi found new ways to spank Real Madrid. In November of 2010, Messi got 2 assists against Real Madrid, helping Barcelona defeat them 5-0. A match that will forever be remembered in the history books as La Manita. These were some of the best players in the entire world, and Messi was floating by them like it was a Sunday League game. In 2017, Messi took the spotlight again, scoring 2 goals, including the decisive goal in extra time that sparked one of the sport's most iconic celebrations. In a historic moment, Messi raised his jersey in front of the Real Madrid crowd at the Bernabeu, silencing the entire stadium. Despite being cut and bruised, he showed extreme determination, coming through when his team needed him the most. How can I also forget his 2 goals and 1 assist in the 2009 clash that ended in Barcelona beating Real Madrid 6-2. Messi scored 26 times and assisted 14 goals against Real Madrid, beating them to 10 La Liga titles. There was no one who struck more fear into a team that has won 14 Champions League titles than Lionel Messi. Cristiano Ronaldo might honestly be Messi's biggest victim. To begin with, Messi took the title of the best player in the world from him and beat him to 8 Ballon d'Ors. Imagine if Messi wasn't around in this era. Ronaldo would have been the unanimous greatest player of all time, and he would have had like 13 Ballon d'Ors. Instead, he only has 5 and a bunch of pictures of him coming in second place on the podium next to Messi. Messi also took away several golden boots that Ronaldo could have had. Ronaldo's won 4 golden boots, and he could have had 10 if Messi didn't come in and spoil the party, winning 6 on his own. But what's worse is Messi actually beat Ronaldo when he was on 2 different clubs. When Cristiano Ronaldo was at Manchester United in 2009, he was universally seen as the best player in the world. Manchester United had just won the Champions League in 2008, and Cristiano Ronaldo was the main reason for it. He was winning records left, right, and center in the Premier League, and he was awarded the 2008 Ballon d'Or. Nobody was seen to be on the same level as him. This of course all changed after the 2009 Champions League final in Rome, when Messi scored his iconic header against Edwin van der Sar. Not only did Barcelona become one of the greatest clubs we have ever seen in that period, winning the sextuple, but Messi made it known on the biggest stage that he was here to take over. Ronaldo ended up moving to Real Madrid that same summer, where he would now be terrorized by Messi just in La Liga. Throughout his 9 years in La Liga, Cristiano Ronaldo only won 2 league titles. That's right, 2. He probably could have won every single year had Messi been born in a different era. Ronaldo was pretty much on the majority of the Real Madrid teams that Messi destroyed in the previous section that I discussed. But I think the one that will sting the most will probably be the 2011 Champions League semi-final. For the second time, Messi has stopped Ronaldo from winning the most prestigious club trophy in all of football. Now guys, don't get it wrong. Ronaldo has done very well for himself. I mean, the guy has 5 Champions League titles. But think about it. He could have 7 had he not played Messi. The other thing is that Real Madrid didn't just lose, they got absolutely embarrassed. In the first leg, at home in the Bernabeu, Messi scored 2 goals, one of them being one of the most iconic goals he's ever scored in his career. Picking the ball up from Busquets, dancing past the entire Real Madrid defense, and slotting it in past Casillas. I told you guys earlier, this is a very common theme. Doing that on the biggest stage, with the world watching, Messi was turning grown men into little boys. Meanwhile, all Ronaldo could do was watch Messi put on a masterclass as he blanked again in another head-to-head encounter between the two of them. There is a whole different story when it comes to Mbappe. Despite being teammates for 2 seasons, Kylian Mbappe is actually one of the most important opponents in Messi's career. You see, before the 2022 World Cup, Mbappe was seen as the person who destroyed Messi's dreams of ever winning a World Cup. When Argentina was knocked out by France in the World Cup in 2018, everyone thought that was the end. It was seen as the transition of the new generation. Kylian Mbappe at the age of 18 taking over the throne from Lionel Messi. It made sense at the time. Lionel Messi was 31 and the Argentinian team looked weak. They had even struggled in the group stage, losing 3-0 to Croatia, causing them to finish 2nd in the group. Fortunately for Messi, the next 4 years proved to be an incredible period of time for Argentinian talent. Between Emiliano Martinez, Enzo Fernandez, Julian Alvarez, and Rodrigo de Paul, Messi now had a new army of teammates that were willing to die for him when Argentina took on France for a rematch in the 2022 World Cup final. If Messi's career was a Netflix show, then the World Cup final was the season finale, and Kylian Mbappe was the villain. Argentina looked like they were cruising to a win after taking an early 2-0 lead. At that time, France looked completely lost, and Kylian Mbappe had made no impact for 78 minutes. Suddenly though, everything changed. Mbappe woke up and decided he wasn't gonna lie down and lose. He ended up scoring 3 goals, sending the game to penalty shootouts and keeping France's World Cup dreams alive. But Messi won the battle this time. 2 goals for Messi, 3 for Mbappe. That was arguably one of the greatest matches of football I've ever watched. Mbappe had put more fear into the hearts of Messi fans in those 30 minutes than any other player in Messi's career. He had me clenching my butt cheeks the whole time. If it wasn't for a late clearance by Dybala, Mbappe could have ended the game before it even got to penalty shootouts, after he danced his way past the Argentinian defense. Despite being 34 years old, Messi showed that night that the throne was still his, winning the World Cup and doing it as the best player in the tournament. It was sweet revenge for what had happened to them in the 2018 World Cup. This time it was even more impressive, as 2022 Kylian Mbappe was much better than the Mbappe Messi faced 4 years prior. A worthy opponent. But just like other greats before him, Mbappe will go down as another legendary player that was defeated by Lionel Messi. Now, Neymar was teammates with Messi for the majority of his career, but he was also one of his biggest victims. They are actually great friends outside of football, and haven't played each other much head to head. The first time they played against each other was at the FIFA Club World Cup, back when Neymar was still on Santos. At this time, the relationship between Messi and Neymar was more of a mentor and a mentee. There was nothing on the line, as Neymar was just beginning to rise to stardom, and Messi was unanimously already the best player in the world. However, when they faced again in the 2021 Copa America final, the stakes had never been higher. You see, going into the final, there was immense pressure on Messi's shoulders. Despite the incredible amount of success he had at club level, there were many people who questioned his legacy due to his lack of international success with Argentina. It got so bad at one point that his own countrymen were burning his jersey in the streets of Buenos Aires. Messi had helped Argentina reach multiple finals, but they continued to lose. 2 Copa America finals losses to Chile, and of course, the 2014 World Cup finals loss to Germany. It seemed hopeless. I mean, there was even a period of time where Messi retired from the national team. Nevertheless, Argentina had reached yet another final. To win Copa America, Messi had to get through Neymar and the Brazil national team at their home ground at the Maracanã. In a match that looked more like wrestling than a game of football, Messi and Argentina came through with the victory. It was not easy in any way. Despite not scoring, Neymar put on a masterclass, and reminded people why he was considered the third best player of this generation. But like many other players have found out, good isn't always good enough when you're playing against Lionel Messi. Messi finished as the player of the tournament, scoring the most goals with 4 and providing the most assists with 5. Similar to when Messi beat Mbappe, his victory over Neymar was symbolic. Not only had Messi finally won something for his country, it was also further proof that he was still the best player in the world. What's crazy is that because of Messi, Neymar will go down as a great player who was never able to bring glory to Brazil. At that time, Neymar was also criticized for his lack of international success. If he was truly the heir to Pelé, why couldn't he achieve what Pelé did for Brazil? Well, it's simple. Pelé wasn't facing Messi. Despite never playing in the Premier League, Manchester United is a club that Messi has embarrassed time and time again. I already gave you guys one example earlier in the video, the 2009 Champions League final. But United being Messi's victim did not stop after Cristiano Ronaldo left. Just forget Messi's goal. Just look at how easily he was gliding past the defenders of the best team in England. This isn't Eric Ten Hag's Manchester United. This is Sir Alex Ferguson's team, a team that had just won the Premier League of Manchester United fans. The two teams would meet again in 2019 in the Champions League quarterfinals. Very different faces in this matchup compared to the 2011 one, but the result was still the same. Messi scored 2 goals in the second leg to send Barcelona into the semifinals. I mean, just look at him nutmeg Fred and then curl it into the bottom right hand corner. His second goal was a gift from David De Gea, but hey, they all count the same. For the 3rd time in the Champions League, Messi had terrorized Manchester United. Despite never playing in England, Messi has 27 goals and 6 assists in 36 appearances against English clubs. Keep in mind as well, since Messi didn't play in England, it meant that he would only be able to play against Premier League clubs in the Champions League, meaning that these stats have occurred at the highest level of competition possible on the biggest stage. He made the Etihad his playground. He put an absolute masterclass against Liverpool in the first leg at the Camp Nou. He destroyed a Tottenham side that ended up getting to the final that year. Arsene Wenger's Arsenal also found out the hard way that the little Argentine cannot be stopped. He has scored 9 goals against the Gunners in just 6 games. The entire Premier League has been a victim of Lionel Messi. Pretty crazy the damage he has done to the best teams in the best league in the world. Also, it's pretty comical that there are still people out there that question Messi's greatness, wondering if he could do it in the Premier League, considering he has destroyed the best teams that England has to offer. There are a couple of other teams that were victims of Messi. Getafe will forever be remembered as the team who Messi danced around to recreate one of the most iconic pieces of commentary ever, Ankara Messi.
Encara Messi, 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 gol, 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 gol.
We also have Athletic Club, who felt the wrath of Messi on multiple different occasions. Not only did he score that beautiful goal against them in 2015 in the Copa del Rey final, but he scored a brace against them 6 years later when Barcelona won 4-0 in yet another Copa del Rey final. To rub salt in the wound, Athletic Club is 4th all time in the list of teams Messi has scored the most goals against with 29. Sevilla was probably the happiest team to see Messi leave La Liga. Messi scored 38 times versus Sevilla whilst at Barca, including in several major finals. He also provided 20 assists against them, which is the joint most assists Messi has managed versus any club. I should add Atletico Madrid to this list as well. Despite Diego Simeone's side being known as a very defensively solid team, Messi scored 32 times against them. There is a reason that Diego Simeone previously said that Diego Maradona filled us with emotions, but between the cracks, without doubt, Messi is better than Maradona. Don't think Germany is safe either. Bayer Leverkusen was a victim of a Lionel Messi masterclass when he put 5 goals past them in the Champions League. He has 7 goals against them in just 3 matches. Now, Messi's probably been a victim of Bayern more than anything else, but he has scored 4 goals against them. He also sent them packing home in 2015 after breaking the ankle of one of the best center backs in the world at that time, Jerome Boateng, then chipping the best goalie in the world, Neuer. He punished him again minutes later with yet another goal. Italy doesn't go unpunished either. 8 goals in 8 games against Milan and 3 goals against Juventus. Inter somehow escaped from Messi's magic, with Leo not scoring a single goal in 4 matches against them. Here are some other teams to be aware of. 6 goals in 10 games against PSG, 8 goals in 6 games against Celtic, 5 goals in 6 games against Lyon, and 4 goals against Panathinaikos. It seems that no country is safe from Messi. On the biggest stage of football, Lionel Messi emerged as a true legend. From outplaying Ronaldo in the Champions League final to conquering La Liga, From overshadowing Mbappe in the World Cup to outclassing Neymar in Copa America, Messi's dominance is one of a kind. His magic isn't just against individuals, but also against giants like Manchester United and Real Madrid. In every touch of the ball, Messi paints a masterpiece, leaving a legacy that goes beyond the stats. As the final whistle blew, we watched the story of a GOAT, the destroyer of giants, Lionel Messi.
The little boy from Rosario, Santa Fe, has just pitched up in heaven. He climbs into a galaxy of his own.
If you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll love this video on how the Messi and Ronaldo debate has come to an end. Check it out right here.